Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will see what is could plus have, could plus have, would plus have, might plus have, should plus have. When to use these modal verb plus modal verb plus have, and what is the structure of the same, and how the sentence is framed, and what are the circumstances when to frame that sentence. We'll see in depth in this video. Okay, without wasting further time, let's get into the topic. See, could plus have. Could plus have is used for the past ability. We had the ability in the past to perform so and so things, but we didn't do. So for that reason, we will use could plus have. I could have gone to that college. I had the ability to go to that college, but I have not. So I might have joined in some other college, right? I would have gone to Delhi. I had the ability to go to Delhi, but I have not. So I didn't go to Delhi. So could plus have is used to talk about the past ability, but failed to do so. Failed to do so means the action was not performed. There was the ability in the past to perform the action, but the action was not performed. Example, I could have revealed the secret. I could have revealed the secret. I had the ability to reveal the secret, but I didn't. I had the ability to reveal the secret, but I didn't. See, here could is a modal verb. Always remember, modal verbs are always followed by V1 form. What are the modal verbs we have? Modal verbs could, can, may, might, shall, should, will, would, ought to, had better, must. These all are the modal verbs, can never be followed by can never be used as a main verb. Can never be used as a main verb. It can be used only as a auxiliary verb or helping verb. As a helping verb only we use these modal verbs, and it is always followed by V1 form. Always followed by V1 form. Right? So, could have revealed. See here, have is a have is V1, had is V2, had is V3, having is V4, has is V5. Right? So, I could have revealed the secret. I had the ability to reveal the secret, but I didn't do so. So, could is a modal verb, have is a V1, modal verb followed by V1, and have. I should tell you one more point. See, have, has, had, these three can be used as a main verb or as the auxiliary verb. If it is used as a main verb and if it is used as an auxiliary verb. See, if it is used as a main verb, there is no problem. But when it is used as an auxiliary verb, it should be followed by V3. I'll give you one example. I have a pen. I have a pen. This is a pen. So, this is only one verb we have. So, this is a main verb. But when we are talking about this one, I have gone to Delhi. I had been to Delhi. We can also say I had been to Delhi also. But I had gone to Delhi. I I have gone to Delhi. I have gone to Delhi. See, here have is also verb and gone is also verb. When we have two verbs, first one will be the auxiliary verb and second one will be the main verb. Here have, has, had. If it is used as an auxiliary verb, it should be followed by V3 form. Just make a note of it. Right? So, this total put together is acting as an auxiliary verb. This total put together is acting as an auxiliary verb. Then this is the main verb. It is in the form of V3. I could have revealed the secret, but I didn't. So, I didn't do so. Right? Understood, right? Make a note of it. Next example for the same. You could have borrowed some money. You had some emergency. You could have borrowed some money from somebody else. You had the ability to borrow it, but you didn't. You means not take anything in person, in the personal way. Just as an example, I'm explaining you. You could have borrowed some money. See, you could have. Could is a modal verb, should be followed by V1. When have acting as an auxiliary verb, it should be followed by V3 form. This is, we are talking about past ability, but not fulfilled. In simple language, not fulfilled. You had the ability to do so, but you didn't do. Right? So, you could have borrowed some money. Next example. The police could have arrested or arresting him. See, the police could have arrested or arresting him. Could have is used when there was a possibility in the past, but that possibility was not seized. Means the possibility was not utilized. So that time we use could plus have. So could is a modal verb, have is a V1. It should be followed by V3, not arresting. The police could have arrested him. Right? Should plus how. Should plus how is used when there was a obligation or the duty in the past, but the obligation or the duty was not performed or not delivered. Past obligation, there was an obligation on you. There was a obligation on you. You had to discharge some certain tasks, but you didn't do so. So, we'll see. It should have done the work. There was an obligation on you to complete the work, but you didn't complete it, right? So, you should have done the work. Should is a modal verb. Have, modal verb should be followed by V1, and if have is used as an auxiliary verb, it should be followed by V3 form. There was an obligation on you or on your part to discharge some responsibilities, but you didn't do so, right? Next, you should have stood by your brother. You should have stood by your brother in the sense not standing beside him. It is like you should have helped him when he was in the need of your help. You would have stood by him, means you would have helped him, right? So, you should is a modal verb. Modal verb should followed by V1, and have, if it is acting as an auxiliary verb, it should be followed by V3 form. You should have stood by your brother, right? Next, must plus how. Must plus how. See, this is also like a past action or situation. There was a possibility to express, means there was something to express in the means there was something, some action or the situation to be done, but it is not done. The action or the situation to be done, but it was not done. So, you must have followed the instructions. You must have followed the instructions to avoid the road accident. Whatever, to avoid that situation. But you have not followed, so the consequences or repercussions of this is you have to face it, right? So, You must have followed the instructions. Must is the action or the situation. Have followed. Have is the V1. If have is acting as an auxiliary verb, it should be followed by V3 form. Clear? Next, you must have left them. You must have left them, but you didn't leave them. You are with them only. You must have left them, but you didn't do so. You are with them only, right? So, must have auxiliary verb. Have acting as an auxiliary verb. Have, when I have acting as an auxiliary verb, it should be followed by V3 form. Understood? Might plus have. Might plus have is the possibility or desirability of the past, but it is not fulfilled. Possibility or desirability of the past, but it is not fulfilled. Right? He might have left yesterday. He might have left yesterday from here, but he didn't. He is here only. He might have left yesterday from here, but he didn't. Right? So, might plus have. Might is a modal verb. Have. When have is acting as an auxiliary verb, it should be followed by B3. Next, he might have failed. See, he might have failed. Sometimes parents will think right, if this child is not performing well in terms of his education, then parents will think that he must have failed the examination. So, if he has failed means he would have started reading properly once again, so that he could gain some knowledge. Like that parents will think, right? So, in that way, he might have failed the exam. You might have failed, but he didn't fail. He has passed. So, might plus have plus V3. This is a V1. This is a modal verb. Right? I must have helped him. I must have helped him, but I didn't. I must have helped him, but I didn't. Must have helped him. V1 followed by V3. Right? Ought to plus have. Ought to is also indicates about the obligation, but if it is followed by have, it is the obligation in the past. It was an obligation in the past, but it was not fulfilled. So, next consequences has happened. So, past action of duty. Duty or the obligation in the past, but those were not fulfilled. You ought to have taken care of your parents. You had to have, you ought to have taken care of your parents, but you didn't. They might have not there on the earth, we don't know, but this is a situation. You ought to have taken care. See, ought to is a modal verb followed by V1, and have should be followed by V3 form. You had to have taken care of your parents. This is an example, only the example I am saying here, okay? You ought not to take fatty food. You ought not to take fatty food. See, listen to me here carefully. See, you ought to not in the sense negative one. Ought to means I am giving you a suggestion or the strong advice. Suggestion or strong advice to take fatty food. Not to take fatty food. Not to take fatty food means I am strongly advising or I am strongly suggesting that you should not take the fatty food, right? So, this is the only modal verb followed by V1 form. Here I am giving you suggestion. In the previous example, there was an obligation on your part to discharge some duties or responsibilities, but you didn't do so, right? He ought not to have smoked or smoking in the bus. See, not is a negative one, but this all is a modal verb. Modal verb. Modal verb should be followed by V1. Have should be followed by V3. You ought not to have smoked in the bus. You ought not to have smoked in the bus, but you smoked it. Means you did it. You are not supposed to do so, but you did it. Right? Be plus infinitive. What is be? Be means is, are, am, was, were. What is infinitive? Infinitive means 2 plus V1. Right? See, be plus infinitive, for what purpose we use? Express plan. When we have certain plans, we express, right? When we are expressing our plans, we use be. Be means is, are, am, was, or were, plus infinitive 2 plus V1. See, I am to make a speech tomorrow. I am to make a speech tomorrow means this is my plan. I am going to give the speech tomorrow. So for that reason we use here I am to make. See, this is a be form. 2 plus V1. Infinitive, make a speech tomorrow. I am to make a speech tomorrow. I am to make a speech tomorrow. Next, she was to leave for the States for higher studies. She was to leave for the States for higher studies. See here, this is a be form. This is our plan and 2 plus V1. Infinitive. This was our plan to leave for the States for higher studies. Right? Infinitive, be plus infinitive. Be plus infinitive. This is only, just now we have seen, right? See, this be plus infinitive, once we use it for the to express a plan, sometimes we use it for the to express an order also. Right? Some order also. Students are to wait outside. Students are to wait outside. See, this is a be form and this is a infinitive form. Means this is indirectly we are giving the order to ask the students to wait outside. Getting my point? Students are to wait outside. Next one. The servant is to remain the house till I return. Means I am giving her instruction that you should be in house till I return. Means you should be in house. In that sense, I am saying servant is to remain. Servant is to remain. See, this is a be form and this is a infinitive. Servant is to remain the house till I return. Means she has to be in the house till I return. That is the meaning of the sentence, right? Here we are giving the order to the servant should not go out of the room or house. Obligation or the duty. See, this one only. Be plus infinitive is used for the plan, obligation, or order. Make a note of it. Right? Here, I am to help my ailing mother. Means this is an obligation on me. I have to help my ailing mother. So, this is an obligation. I am be form. I am to help my ailing mother. Next, my friend was to send money to his sister. See, was to send, be form and infinitive. So, this is also an obligation on his part to send money to his sister. Right? Be plus, see previously we have seen be plus infinitive, right? For what purpose we have seen? To express a plan, order or obligation. Right? But here be plus 2 plus how? Here 2 plus V1, but here 2 plus how? Right? An action that could not take place. Something has to be done, but that was not taken place. He was to have attended marriage, but fell ill. See, there was the plan to attend the marriage, but that was not happened as per the plan. So there was a plan, he has to attend the marriage, but the plan was not happened as per the plan. So that time we use be plus have plus V1. Be plus have plus, not V1, have. See, he was to have he was to have attended marriage but fell ill. Because of health issues, he did not attend it. See, this is a B form. Next to plus have. Have should be followed by V3 form. Have should be followed by V3 form. Understood? He was to have attended marriage, but he fell ill. Vaishali was to have appeared at the examination, but she gave up the plan. As per the plan, she was to attend the plan. She was to attend the exam. She was to attend the exam. But the thing is, the plan has ploughed or plan has not fulfilled, means plan has not fulfilled, we can say, because of her gave up. Gave up means giving up. So, she was to have appeared. As per the plan, she was to have appeared, as per the plan, she was to appear for the examination, but she didn't do so. So, for that reason, we will say in other way, she was to have attended, she was to have appeared at the examination, but she gave up. Right? But she gave up the plan. Have plus infinitive. Have plus infinitive. Have plus infinitive. Infinitive is nothing but 2 plus V1. Infinitive is nothing but 2 plus V1. Compulsion and obligation. See, when we are talking about any compulsion or obligation, that can be in the past, that can be in the present, that can be in the future also, we can use this infinitive, have plus infinitive. See, I have to leave for Chennai today. I have to leave for Chennai today. This is a compulsion or obligation on me. Have to leave for Chennai today. Getting my point? So, have plus infinitive. Have plus infinitive is used for what purpose it is used? Have plus infinitive is used for the compulsion or obligation. If there is any compulsion or obligation, then we use have plus infinitive. At the same time, it can be used in the present, in the past, in the future. Right? So, I have to leave for Chennai today. Means this is a compulsion or obligation on me. I have to leave for the Chennai today. Getting my point? Next. I don't have to get up early in the morning. I don't have to get up in the morning. Means there is no compulsion on me to get up early in the morning. Alright. So, the sentence is in the simple present tense. I don't. It is followed by V1. Have to get up. To get up is a V1. I'm sorry, 2 plus V1. So, I don't have to get up early in the morning. Means there is no compulsion or obligation on me to get up in the early in the morning. Alright. So, this is a present one. The previous example was today. There is also present one. Right? Okay. I will have to meet him tomorrow. I will have to meet him tomorrow. Means I have the obligation or the compulsion on me. I have to go and meet him tomorrow. Right? So, will is a future one followed by V1. Will have to meet. Have plus 2 plus V1. And the sentence is in the future one. Next example. I had to leave for Bangalore yesterday. Bangalore yesterday. I had to leave for Bangalore yesterday. There was a compulsion on me. I was supposed to leave for Bangalore yesterday. See, had is acting as your main verb. Main verb, not auxiliary verb. Had 2 plus V1. You may ask, madam, you told me only have, then how come you got had here? Yes, I'll tell you. See, this is a have. This is a have family. Have means have family. Here it includes have, has and had. Clear? Right. See, when we write in the present, we will use have for the I, we, you, they and for plural nouns. And for has, we use for she, for he, for it and singular nouns. Right? These both are used in the present tense. In the past tense, we use had for all. For all. First person, second person, singular, plural, everything we use had only. And the future, for the future, will plus have. This is also for have, all. This is also for all. Alright? Make a note of it. I had to leave for Bangalore yesterday. Next one. I did not have to meet him there. I did not have to meet him there. See, I did not means this is a sentence is in the past tense. I'll tell you one more point. Do, does and did always followed by V1 form. Irrespective of the subject, irrespective of the tense, do, does, did always followed by V1 form. Right? So, I did not have to meet him there. See, did not is a past tense, but it is a did followed by V1. Have to meet. Have plus 2 plus V1. Means there was no obligation or the compulsion on me to meet him. Right? Make a note of it. You have to pause the video and make a note of it. Okay? Next one, need not have. Means there was no necessity to do so, but you did it. There was no necessity to do so, but you did it. So that time we use need not plus have. You need not have gone there. You need not have gone there, but you've gone. You've already gone. You went there. You need not have gone there, but you went. Right? So, you need, okay. You need to have gone there. Acha. You need to have gone there means you need to have gone there. Means there was a necessity on you to go there. Right? So, need to is a compulsion. Have gone there. Need to have gone there. Next. Kavya need not have phoned her yesterday. Kavya need not have phoned her yesterday. Means Kavya has no necessity to call her, but she called her. Right? Kavya need not have phoned. Need not have phoned her yesterday. Means there was no necessity on her to call her, but she called. Need not is a modal verb here, and this is also comes under modal verb, auxiliary verb. All together is a modal auxiliary verb. This is a main verb. Kavya need not have phoned her yesterday. She should not have called. There was no necessity to call her, but she called. Okay. Okay friends, that's all for the day. If you really like our content, please do like, share and subscribe to our channel, and please let me know your opinion on this video in the comment section, so that I will take your feedback or considerations into consideration, means your inputs into consideration, and I'll act as per the acceptable standards. Okay friends, that's all for the day. Thank you. Have a nice day.